So, after a wonderful 2 weeks in New York City, I flew to the West Coast to sunny Los Angeles. It's a city of sun, shopping and celebrities with award winners everywhere you look. Meet Sirah, a Grammy award-winning rapper with a fascinating story. I mean, I'm just blown away at the fact that you had this sort of upbringing where you were living out of cars, you were living in the jungle, you know, you were living with sawdust or eating it for breakfast.
Eating it, yeah.
And then, you know, Skrillex is like, hey, I want you to rap, and then bang, there's a Grammy.
Yo, that is
Bang-a-rang.
crazy. Bang-a-rang Grammy. I like what you're doing. This is good. You're going to be on my team forever. Bang-a-rang. I don't even, honestly, I don't know. Skrillex actually literally wrote to me. I'd been booking my own tours while I was living in these things.
Yeah.
So I was on tour in Romania. I booked a tour in Romania. Very weird. And so he wrote me mail on MySpace when I was in Romania. And I'm like, who's this kid with my hair? Oh. And so that was kind of it. Like, I got back to New York. And then I didn't have anywhere to go in LA, so when I came back, I moved in with him and a bunch of our other friends into the artist lofts downtown.
Wow.
And that's how we started making music. I would be, like, writing rap music in a corner, and he'd be like, oh, rap that into my laptop. And I was like, all right.
And that's what you did?
Yeah, and we all lived in, like, 2 lofts that were literally the size of, like, not half of this room, like a quarter of this room.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great time, but totally random. I mean, it's so weird how the moment, you know what I mean? Like, you never know the moment, and you're like, what? That's weird.
It seems your life, you've had all these random moments, and you've just had the strength and the courage and the tenacity to just ride it through. And, you know, you've gone from jungles to cars to, you know, quarter loft studios, living in there, and then you know, you got a Grammy. But the fascinating thing that I find is, from your background, you also do some life coaching as well.
Yeah.
On top of everything else that you do
Yeah.
and you've gone through. But, you know, from what you've gone through to where you've gotten to, I mean, that's an inspiring story.
It's incredible. I'm actually really impressed with it myself. Truthfully. You know what I mean? Because I think, like, even with all the other stuff that happened that's not on the, you know, blogs or the internet, it's like, for all intents and purposes, like, I should not be able to function.
Yeah.
But I do anyway. Because, like, bumblebees, right? They're incapable of flying. It's aerodynamically impossible for bumblebees to fly, but they do anyway because they don't know they can't fly.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's like who I am. Like, I'm like, wow, I didn't know I couldn't do that, so I did it.
Yeah.
You know, but it is crazy to me because you know, it's like, I don't know, when you look at all those times when crazy things were happening, I was like, what is life? So it's like amazing now to me to like see where it's all gotten. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm impressed with it because I'm like, wow, life is really incredible.
Grammy that you won a couple of years ago. There's so many artists out there that hit multi-platinum, they'll hit, you know, gold, but they'll never actually win a Grammy. You achieved that, I mean, 2 years ago. And you're quite young. I think you're, what, 26? 21.
2016?
Yes.
Am I a prodigy? I always tell people, I'm like, I wish I was 14, because then I'd be like a prodigy. Like, I've always been better, like, when I get older at things. Like, I'm not, like, you know, there's, like, mad young kids now, and they're like, I'm 14, and I play everything, and sing and dance, and I'm beautiful. And I'm like, not my story. Not my thing. But,
not your hood.
No, I just want to tap dance, but, you know. No, yo, that was crazy, though, because I never thought, like, everyone's like, you didn't look really, like, nervous at the Grammys, and I'm like, it's so, like, I'm like, oh, I'm at the Grammys, and I want a Grammy, okay? and the speech was awful. I was like, guys, this is a Grammy, and then everyone was just silent. I'm like, okay, all right, cool.
Enough said.
And as Skrillex is talking, I don't even know what I was thinking. Obviously, I wasn't. I, like, slide it over while he's talking and, like, touch it. Like, I'm like, what?
You know, you gotta make sure that shit is real.
Yo, I'm from the hood. I'm
exactly.
like, what? I'm gonna touch it.
Exactly, and you can put it back in your bag.
Yo, she takes it from you. Yo, she takes it. I was like, you're gonna have to kill me. She's like peeling my fingers off, and I'm like,
that's yours, though.
Yeah, I was like, very.
That's actually mine.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
like,
you.
no, you didn't get that. You didn't get it. People made fun of me. Like, it's all over. Like, there's memes where they're like, that's mine, Skrillex, like, where I'm, like, fighting him for it, because I think I was yelling at one point, like, I don't know. But I was very, like, it was surreal.
Yeah.
And then the FedEx dude, like, delivered it to me, like, 2 months later. So I'm, like, in my pajamas with, like, one dreadlock. And he comes to the door, and I'm like, what? Oh, man. He's like, what? I'm like, I think that's a Grammy, dude. He's like, no, open it now. So we're, like, me and the FedEx guy.
Yeah.
He's like, can I take a picture with it? I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
This is how you make your friends.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a FedEx guy. Getting a picture with my Grammy.
Yo, he was like, I've never delivered one. I'm like, I've never won one. What? Go ahead. I don't know. Take it on the truck. Let's go around with it. Take it on the town.
That is amazing, because a lot of, people who win a Grammy get photos with other Grammy winners. Yours was with the FedEx guy.
Yeah, me and the FedEx guy. That was my moment.
The LGBT community, I mean, you've got an awesome gay and lesbian centre, which you actually volunteer
Yes,
at.
yes, and I love it. I mean, I feel like Los Angeles is super fortunate in terms of, LA, New York, like, super fortunate because there's so much consciousness here.
Yeah.
It's very evolved, and it's actually funny because, a lot of my friends are gay, a lot of my friends are, across the spectrum.
Yeah.
Which is why I love that campaign, We Are You. We were talking about that. But, spectrum, like, there's no titles even. It's actually weird when people are straight in LA. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are like, what?
Yeah.
Like, even with me, I'm straight, but everyone's like, really? I'm like, I know, I got power tools, I'm just out,
Steel caps.
Yeah, I got steel
You've
caps.
got, like, the most lesbian shoes on.
I know. Yo, everything about me is generally low-key lesbian, except my sexuality, but other than that, I'm like, yeah, I've owned
Low-key lesbian.
weapons, I own power tools, I make things, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just out here.
You just added, like, a new...
Add that to the end.
Because it's like, this is the lipstick lesbian, your ultra-feminine lesbian, then you got your tomboy, and then you got your bull-dyke lesbian. Like, the
I'm
low-key
on the low-key lesbian spectrum. You know what I'm saying? I made it up. Add it to the LGBT, IQ, NRA. We got it all. Let's go. I'm out here.
Keep up to date with Sirah by hitting up sirahmusic.com. This is Ginny signing off from Bent TV.